Black boots and the freezing cold. So we all know that Santa Claus wears black boots. We have seen his black boots in every commercial and advertisement that Santa is in. However, do we know why he wears black boots? Well, I am here to tell you. A long time ago, when Santa was just starting out his career as jolly old Saint Nick, Santa started out wearing white boots. Now, we all know Santa Claus works and lives in the North Pole. However, his career started out in one of the European countries. Santa lived deep in a mountainous range that was snow-covered for most of the year. One day, Santa went outside in just his long underwear and white boots to grab the daily newspaper that was left at his doorstep. When he tried to go back into his house, he had accidentally locked the door and he could not get back in. Now, because Santa's hair was white, his beard was white, his long underwear was white, and even his boots were white, nobody could tell the difference between a 10-foot snowbank and a 6.5-foot Santa Claus. "Santa," exclaimed Mrs. Claus about an hour later, "please come into the kitchen. Breakfast is ready." Santa couldn't hear Mrs. Claus because of the wind that was howling around him, but also he was locked outside. Mrs. Claus thought Santa had just gone for a nap, so she wasn't worried about him. Around noon hour, Mrs. Claus did become concerned. Santa had not come downstairs to eat his breakfast, and now it was lunchtime. Mrs. Claus climbed the stairs to the bedroom, and she noticed that Santa was not in the bed. She also noticed that Santa's bright red suit was lying on the foot of the bed, but his white boots were missing. "Oh, dear!" exclaimed Mrs. Claus, looking out the window to see that it was very blizzardy out there. "Santa has done it again. He has gone outside in his long underwear and those white boots, and now he is nowhere to be found." Mrs. Claus was worried sick about Santa. She took a lantern down from the hook it was on and lit it, and she wrapped herself in a big black wool coat and headed outside to find Santa. She hoped that he hadn't frozen to death out there. "Santa!" screamed Mrs. Claus at the top of her lungs. "Can you hear me? Are you all right?" She kept yelling and screaming Santa's name over and over again as she continued walking through the deep snow. "I'm over here," exclaimed Santa weakly. "Oh, dear!" exclaimed Mrs. Claus, finally seeing him. Santa came inside right away. Santa followed Mrs. Claus, and the first thing he did was warm himself up at the fire that she had going for him. "Oh, my!" exclaimed Mrs. Claus. "You know I could not see you because with your white hair, white beard, white long underwear, and white boots, you blended right in with the white snow." Said Santa, a thought coming to him, and taking some black coal out of the bin beside the fireplace. "I'm going to paint my boots black." "That is a very smart idea," said Mrs. Claus, knowing that if Santa went outside again in his long underwear, she would be able to find him with his black boots on.